Yeah, it's real.
Have your attention, please. Call this General Fine Board of Commissioners meeting for 19 January 2021 order. Invocation tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we've had quite a few things that happen in our world and in our town and in our other communities. So let's please have a moment of silence. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Your
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 4, General Jefferson, additions, deletions, corrections. Chair will entertain a motion to adopt. All in favor, aye. Opposed, likewise. Motion carries. Item 5, the consent agenda. Any additions, deletions, corrections? Chair will entertain a motion to adopt. All in favor, aye. Opposed, likewise. Motion carries. Item 6, Zach.
So we've not received bids on 55 Melrose for the specified amount that you listed earlier. It was mentioned in the workshop, that you would like me to go to 3 to 4 local realtors, ask them to spread the word. And I think at some point it was mentioned that, Mr. Kroll or Mr. Ingram were listed for no commission.
Yeah, I'd like to check with you to make sure I don't have any kind of, I don't want to be pissing anybody off personally.
Yeah.
There's still any realtor that brings the buyers to the commission.
Right.
But I would love to get it on MLS. I mean,
I can do that if William thinks it's all right. If you'll check with him, if he does, I'll just do it. And I'll send you the,
what happened to all these buyers we had 8 months ago? You know, we had
The
two
reality
meetings,
is-
and all we had to do was do it.
The reality is, they figured out what the appraised value was, they figured out what we had in it, and they don't even pay any more than that if they can help it. And they're holding out waiting for deals, just like you or I would.
We'll sell it 140 if we get it to it.
You know?
Yeah,
Isn't that what we have invested
we
in?
got some offers, you know.
Yeah.
Then it'll probably be like the last building, that we have to get somebody to get the ball rolling.
So I'll check with William.
What is the one rate now? 4%, 5%?
Well, that's, doesn't have a house on it, so it's supposed to be 10 total, but be 5.
And here's my rationale, if we assume, let's make the assumption that whoever sells is gonna want their commission, that's fair. Add that to what we have in it and let that be the opening bid, I think that's fair.
Well, you know, $175,000 was a pretty steep opening bid for a empty piece of property. Everybody else that sells a house out there, the commissions are included in the seller's price. So whenever
You don't have to go to 4 or 5.
no, you don't have to go 5.
But to be
Since I'm not
fair,
gonna be taking a commission, I think we should,
to be fair.
yeah, offer 5. I think you can get some offers.
Mm-hmm.
But Bill and I you need to ask.
No, I would not.
But if I bought a buyer, people want money.
Well,
So I'm just saying,
if somebody came to me, I'd probably refer it to someone else.
that's what I'm saying, so I'll just stay out of it.
Right.
That's why, I mean, if we have 135 in it, and you assume it's gonna be 8,000, but the open bid is 143. To break even.
Well, yeah.
Well, if we don't, I said in the beginning, if we lost $50,000 on that deal, I just wanted to get it moving. and get something happening. So we're not gonna lose,
The people listen.
Yeah.
we're not gonna lose any money if we sold it at 150 and paid the commissions.
And I agree.
Yeah,
I'll work on that for you.
but I would love to know what our 100% bond at the end of the day, what do we have invested in that piece of it?
I can tell you roughly around 140, but I can look into it. and give you
Okay,
exact
I mean, that's good enough.
Yeah, I mean, we've got the 40-ish in the property, the 88 in the cleanup. We did 12, 13, 1400 for fencing, and then there were a couple odds and ends. I had a survey made, some other things done, but you're looking at 140.
So you still like that, the 170 something, you still don't want some wiggle room, because if you start too low, then you.
Yeah, you know,
you might run into
I would
the
just
problem.
list it at 175 or something. Because people knew it was 175, and you want to add commission, and now they're not gonna want to pay 190.
And assuming that's inside the commission.
I said 175, it has a commission built in.
My concern is that nobody knows the properties for sale.
Yeah, that's what I was,
Advertise and try and make it public, but let's be honest, nobody reads the bulletin. Most people actually are waiting with bated breath for them to close the doors. It's on our website.
It was at one point, I'll have to double
yeah,
check.
but it needs to be on MLS, and the only way that happens is if a realtor lists it and puts it on, you know?
I will get a hold of William, I will figure out the MLS, if one of y'all can do it, we'll flip a coin.
You can do it.
Okay. If Bill, if you're willing to do it with no commission, I'll check into the legality of that, and I'll get back to y'all soon. Okay.
I have it in there by Friday.
Everybody satisfied? Okay. Item 7, lighting out and rest conveyors.
So, originally you wanted to take, your Trine standard light that you designed, take it down to Erskine. Duke has an issue with that due to the overhead lines and the location and some other stuff. So what they have asked is if you would like to move forward with lighting, through their program, they can provide, anything on this list that is in the 12-foot or under options. So, basically, we just want you to pick what you want down there, and we will take it from there.
Well, Bill and I were looking, we like the round down light, the top left hand.
Stanbell or something like that.
Stanbell.
That's in the 20-foot and 25-foot category.
Oh, I see, there.
So basically, to make things, you don't have to have anything in the first two, columns there.
Oh, really? So we
Yeah.
can't have a light shining down.
No, I mean, these are LED, so they're not gonna be terrible.
Well, I'm good with the traditional, but that's just.
Well, this one says, oh, okay, 20. We just don't need any more outlighting in this town.
Those are gonna be low enough. I'll be able to see them from where I live.
Yeah, I mean, they're only gonna be 12 feet tall, so they're not really gonna jeopardize
Are
light.
they gonna be stepped further enough back that they don't get taken out by?
Well, yeah, so that, really, these are gonna be straight up. So they're gonna have, if they're threatening to hit this, they're gonna wreck already. So. And then, so if you look
I
on
said,
the
yeah, we
poles,
let you do.
style B, C, D, E, and F basically kind of mimic what you have downtown.
I kind of like that.
F it is, well,
I got no problem.
the board is okay with F.
Mhm.
So F and traditional, or was it open traditional?
Well, I don't care, I just mentioned traditional, I'll take any of those.
Any?
I like the look, what do you like, Chris?
So deluxe traditional, anyone?
I like it.
Okay.
I mean, I'm good with it as long as we can give a replacement 5 years from now.
Well, that's why they do this program now, is because what they were finding were they were using other people's lighting sources, and when they went to go replace them, they couldn't find them. So now this program that Duke offers, all of these, they have the efficiency to get them out within 24, 48 hours. So if they are hit, Duke replace them. That's, yeah.
Item 8, budget schedule.
Attached is the proposed budget schedule. You can subtract, add dates. We try to make them different days, different times to accommodate different people. So January, February, and March is going to be the main meeting for the workshop. April, we're going to have the draft. 18th, we'll present the budget and call for a public hearing. In June, we'll have a public hearing.
Questions, comments, or thoughts? Item 9, former tourism board.
So you have 3 applications for tourism board. The way it works out is realistically you can accept all 3 because of the way the ratios work out. You're required to have 1/3 who are involved in the tourism tax and 1/2 that are involved in the tourism travel industry. So basically, you can add either one or all. So, what's the board's suggestion on?
I would take all of them, but that's just my opinion, because they're volunteering for
I'm really interested in taking just 2, Miss Jackson and, Mason Freeman.
Okay, let's go back and ask the question this way. Do I hear a motion to adopt all 3?
I'll make a motion.
That's that motion. All in favor, aye? Okay, all opposed likewise? I guess you have 1 negative. Okay, now, all those in favor of appointing the 2 specified by bill, they were,
Mason Freeman and Jackson.
okay?
Now, the third one that we're leaving out, one thing, he said he's only gonna be around for 6 months. And, so, I mean, I would rather go with the 2 right now, but it's good. I'm not going to move to him, but.
Has he only been here for 6 months, or is he on
Both.
the speak?
Both.
He's retooling the house out there.
Country club.
So he's not,
Friendly Hills.
so he's not going to be here, technically, he won't be at the meeting.
Well, of course, he will be in the meeting. He will eventually live here when
Eventually.
he finishes redoing that
Okay.
house.
We have a motion on the floor to accept those 2 people. All in favor, aye? All opposed likewise?
So we don't have a majority yet.
You got a yea or nay?
Your turn now, and you got to vote this time.
I want whatever's best for the board, so I guess I'm neutral, whether it's 2 or 3.
Well, we got 2 votes for the 2 people.
Well, I'll hang with Mr. Armbrust down
Have the 8th time of your career.
So here's where I am, and what I've heard you say, if a guy's only gonna be here for 6 months, there doesn't seem any rationale to put that person on tourism board to me.
Why are you saying he's not gonna be here?
Something I just,
Well, this is gonna be a second home for him.
Build their 3 houses.
I'm not gonna lose sleep if it goes the other way, Chris, so, but you're not gonna change my mind right now.
This is his principal residence. Now, it would be mine if I did
Who's ready
it.
to vote for it? Which way did you vote?
I'm for the two tax collectors that we have on the account.
You're for the two.
I mean, right now, they're collecting their tax, and that is what we're in need of.
It's two.
Oh, okay, hold on. But the other guy's only gonna be here.
Well, we don't know.
That is false information.
He lives in Wilmington, North Carolina, at this moment in history. He's going to reside, he's gonna come this way, but he's also turning the place into a rental, wedding venue.
Mhm.
So this time next year, he may be collecting the taxes and be a great number for him to step onto the board at that point.
Okay, so I'll
But,
say,
you know,
Can I
I will
ask,
say that if one is here not having the three, if it will make the board a better board, I'll say yes.
can I ask the board to vote on each member individually?
Well, the deal where we have someone that's voting for something that's already passed.
What?
She voted for the three. I mean, you vote for
It's very simple. We have three people said three, two people said two.
it. But we already had the vote for the three, there was only one. Wait a second.
no, I'm confused. Let's start
So,
over.
the first vote was for three. He voted.
He voted and
Nobody
she
else
did.
voted.
All right, the second vote was for two. That's still
Now,
not,
the two that voted.
well, that's still not a majority. You're gonna have to vote out. You're gonna get down to, you're gonna have to vote.
No, I know mine voted.
Well, just
That's
vote.
what I said, she added a vote after we were already on the other one.
Can I ask the board to vote on, each member individually, please?
Okay.
No, well, if you don't wanna do that, that's fine. You know,
All right.
I would,
The chair will.
We gotta know who they are anyway if we go with two.
I don't know if it's worded right, but the chair will entertain a motion, the council will vote, and we have long ago. Okay?
Okay.
I would send
Okay, now,
yeah.
we go back. There's a motion on the floor from Mr. Andrews that we appoint three people. All those in favor of that, please raise your hand. One, two, okay? Now, that's not enough to go. All those in favor of nominating the two names, Mason and,
Mason, Freeman, and Jackson.
okay? Raise your hand. Okay, that's two, right? I'll break the time, 1 to 3. Okay.
That wasn't hard, was it?
No, but we ended up changing the vote, and that's what we were voting on. And I didn't have William do it, I knew we could do it that way and be correct. Okay, item 10.
what you have in front of you is a resolution signifying the Tryon Board of Commissioners support the North Carolina and United States Constitution. Would you like me to read it, or would you like?
Please.
Okay. Whereas the Constitution of the United States of America states, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. And whereas the Constitution is the supreme law of the United States of America, which delineates the national frame of law, and whereas Article 1, Section 5 of the Constitution of the State of North Carolina provides every citizen of the state owes paramount allegiance to the Constitution and government of the United States, and no law or ordinance of the state in contravention or subversion thereof can have any binding force. And whereas each of the Tryon Board of Commissioners swore an oath or affirmation to support the Constitution of the United States and of this state, and also an oath of office, now therefore the Tryon Board of Commissioners proclaim and fully affirm their support of the United States and North Carolina Constitution. Now therefore, the Tryon Board of Commissioners, 19th day of January 2021, hereby approve the provided resolution.
Your motion? So it's all in favor, aye?
Aye.
All opposed, likewise, motion carries. Item 11.
Minimum housing update for Daniel.
Okay, so 140 Great Avenue, they are currently working their way through some more legal paperwork, and have reached out to some demolition firms for estimates to get it cleaned up, after the fire department gets their crack at it. They stated they will be trying to contact Josh this week. 144 and 160 Cleveland, the work is continuing on them. The owner did come in for a demo permit recently to clear the back porch area. When I spoke to him, I was like, yeah, just make sure there's progress, keeps up on that. 45 East Livingston, the survey was done, and the property is significantly different than what appears on the GIS. Do we still want to move forward with the purchase or decline and continue the demolition and lien process?
They want to move forward.
Yeah, move forward, okay. Also, there have been some inquiries regarding the addition and development of residential buildings in the central business district. The ordinance is pretty restrictive regarding the allowances in the central business district. Past consultants that Tryon has hired to assess the town have stated that downtown residential is high on the needs list. Possible changes to implement could be eliminating the no more than 33% of the street level gross area being devoted to residential living, but still requiring storefront on trade and packlet, as well as allowing residential entrances on side streets. Those are just some options we can. If you want me to move forward with drafting an amendment, I can bring it to my board and we can go through that process just to hopefully get some more interest in residential downtown.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was discussed, work session.
Okay. So we're moving forward with that.
That it? Yep. Okay. Item 11,
TDD update from Ms. Henderson.
Hey everyone, I hope you're having a good evening, and if you all can, if you're fine, I'll just stay seated. So we're doing really well. The board is more engaged, I'm told, than they have been in a really long time, so I'm really grateful for that. We're very excited about some things that we're going to be doing in the new year. We are hopefully going to be adopting our work plan very soon. We're breaking up into committees this week. I think breaking into fresh committees is really going to excite everyone and get everyone plugged into the work plan and ready to work. Another thing that we're doing, which is pretty big and I'm excited about, is we're going to put out an RFP for brand redevelopment and web design. So we are working through that this week and trying to kind of hone that down and get it to exactly what we want. But basically, hopefully in the next 6 months, we're going to see some brand redevelopment and redesign and a newer, fresher look on our website, and also a little bit more user friendly, which I think has been a long time coming. So we're really looking forward to that. Other than that, as far as the Main Street update goes, I'm actually joining Jamie Carpenter, former TDD director who's now in Hendersonville, and she and I have volunteered to be region leaders for the Western region for the North Carolina Main to Main Street Trail. And that's a new initiative by the North Carolina Main Street to bring regional tourism. So we had a successful meeting for that on Wednesday, January 6th. And we had tourism authorities from Henderson County, up in Forest City, down in Silva, just all over the Western region who are interested in getting involved in that. So we're really excited about tackling that this year also. That's about all I have.
leads again. 13,
So for what we've been working on around town hall, we've discussed a good portion of it, but just to remind you, the cell tower position will not work where it was originally proposed. We are going to work on some more options and get back to you. 55 Melrose, we'll touch base with William and see if we can accomplish what you discussed tonight. We have been having some meetings regarding the LaBerge issue. We did speak with the state. We've asked the state to come out. They've told us that they are prepared to come February. And we contacted them and they said that they were not here. So that's at least the people that we talked to were not here. I don't know who was here from the state, but we are speaking with Charlie.
Charlie Johnson.
Okay.
He's the chief fire code engineer for the state of North Carolina.
So he's going to come out here, and while we do recognize that we are responsible for fire inspections. I think it's a weird situation to showcase where those inspections actually take place. So as far as are we required to inspect this, I don't think we're required to inspect that based off, and I can let Josh get into more detail when I break it out here in a second. There has been headway on the movie project. They've been filming at various locations. We did leave the decorations up for a little bit so they can do some more filming. I have a draft of a hunting lease that was from the Nature Conservancy. I'll be bringing that to you next month. We are working on some more kudzu grants with the Appearance Commission. What they plan to do now is purchase equipment to battle kudzu so that volunteers can get the kudzu out by hand. They have asked to store some of that equipment at Harmon Field. I'll have to touch base with Travis and see if we can make that happen. We did put some COVID air purifiers. We installed them in the town hall. They're supposed to kill that stuff. We are addressing sewer concerns off of Broadway. As everyone knows, Broadway sewer goes down private property to Whitney, which when it fails, it creates an issue because property owners and neighbors don't necessarily get along. So we're trying to figure out a way to kind of address that. We're talking with some residents who are super nice about it, like, yeah, you can bring it across my property as long as it's nothing crazy. Some people are just adamantly against it. There is someone that will be trying a push brake method, which is you send a new pipe through the old pipe. And if that is successful, that can solve a bunch of issues. But we'll have to see how that goes. We've obviously been pretty busy with a lot of stuff going on around the office outside of our purview, but going back to Lake Lanier Dam, we're waiting to hear back. Cranston did reply to my email. Their office has been hit with COVID. So, but they think they'll have something to us by February. So hopefully by next month, you'll have your report that dictates the situation on the dam. We covered Erskine Bridge tonight. We'll get that lighting put in with Duke and we'll get out there and meet with them. They did do some saw cuts and prep with the curb and gutter. They'll have a spot dig for the guardrail later on. We do want to thank police for helping with all of the Christmas parades, the movie parades, the Christmas activities that we had in place of the stroll this year. As far as them, they've got the new guns are up and running and they've been issued. Public Works, Jody's crew's been busy, obviously handling, Christmas tree decorations, the photos, but they've also done 22,000 pounds of brush, an additional run of leaves on the east side. Water and sewer lines have hit them hard this winter. I'm hoping it slacks off, but they've had major breaks on Hogback, Aurora, Beach, Rippey, Freeman Hill, and West Howard. We did get the Jackson and marking signs replaced. The utilities are being located for the flagpole. We do have an American flag from House of Flags coming, as well as one for every branch of service. And I'm probably going to task the Public Works guys with changing them every month or so. Just, replacing the different branches. And I guess the fire department, the truck that we purchased has arrived. The turnout gear that was ordered is being made currently and should be delivered soon. Again, the inspection at LaBerge, we're trying to work on that. They've been busy with different calls. So for the most part, I'll hand things over and see if you guys have anything to add during Snow Police. Fire, do you have anything?
So, a couple things, we do have that truck in, that's gonna serve as our medical truck. It'll take the wear and tear off the brush truck which we're currently using and allow us to haul more people to different calls instead of having to take 2 or 3 vehicles. So by February, you should see that rolling around in service. Our inspection, our 5-year annual inspection is coming up in February. It'll be February the 15th. We're in progress with making all those, filling out all those paperwork and shouldn't have any issues. We may even lower our number from a 5 to a 4, which would be a huge bonus for us. As far as LaBerge is going, so 2 people from the state are coming down. It's gonna be the chief fire code engineer and the chief building code engineer. So basically, with my certification, that's my boss, and that is the county building inspector's boss. They're gonna come out and look at it and see what they can do, if anything. The statute 4242, the right of entry, says that if that is not being rented, then I have no legal right to enter that apartment. If the homeowner says, come in and look, the only thing that as a fire inspector I can do is see if they have smoke detectors. That is it. So if it goes past that, it is completely out of my hands. I can inspect the common areas of that building, again, checking for fire smoke detectors. No exits are blocked, exits are marked, things of that nature. So the issue with the storage unit and what she claims or doesn't claim, I'm not getting to that, I have nothing to do with. And I have asked Charlie multiple times, is there anything I can do? I will go out there, and he's at a loss just as I am of what on the fire code side we can do. That building was built in the 1920s. The first building code was 1936. So any existing window on that building, if that was built for residential, which the county has researched, that spot was residential, then it falls into, it doesn't have a code. So unless they bring the building up to 50% of the existing code, and that's building and fire code, there's nothing we can do about the claim of it doesn't have a means of egress, because that's an existing building when there was no code. So that puts us back in the same situation. There's nothing we can do. The town attorney, which is responsible for the fire inspections, which is me, there's nothing that we can legally do on that building unless there's no smoke detectors in the common areas. So that's where we're at on that. They're trying to schedule the first week of February. They're in contact with Mr. Piasante because he wants to be there. As soon as they can give them a date, they're gonna come. They're gonna be at the station, and we're all gonna go over there and just let them look at it and see what can be done, if anything. And last but not least, we did get a date. I forgot to tell Zach, but we did get a date. Our new turnout gear, which will bring us up to compliance, should be in by February 28th. So.
Thanks, Steve.
Joey, you're good. Do you have anything? That's all that I have. Other than.
Okay, thanks. Item 14 is the approval of the Lewis building, well,
Oh, okay. Thanks, guys. I appreciate everything y'all do for the town. I really do. And thank you for everything y'all did in Rogers Park last week. Yeah, I can go because I'm sorry. That's all I have.
Thank you, always. Congratulations to the Mayor Pro Tem for her appointment to the National Vacancies 2021 Information Technology and Communication Federal Advocacy Committee, the only North Carolina official there. Well done.
Thank you all. Thank you, John, for the stuff you do in the town. See you out there every day working as well as everybody else. Jeff, my heart goes out to you. You know that. Everybody just keep up the good work. Thank you for everything.
And thank you all to all the employees. The town will continue to encourage the Airwoods and the Camerons families. Continue to practice COVID safety guidelines. And the inauguration is tomorrow. So let's pray that there's no violence and things go well. You take care of yourself and each other, and I think everything's going to be all right.
Thank you. I'll just tell you something. This past Saturday, the first time I've done this in a long time, I drove an activity bus for 2 hours in the snow. ran cross country in the snow in 18 to 20 plus mile an hour gusts. Turned around and drove 2 hours back. We have a kid that lives inside our city limits, is qualified for the state finals this coming Saturday. So, he did that in spite of me. Family employees, you have no idea. Thank you. Okay, citizen comment, John?
I did come speak, but I'm gonna reserve.
Okay. Chair, we have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Favor aye. Adjourn. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.